There is a kind of childhood loneliness that can be hard to explain. When nothing obviously terrible happened, and yet something important was missing. You might have learned early not to ask for too much, not to expect someone to step in when things felt hard or overwhelming. This can happen in relationship with important others, but often it happens in relationships with parents. Dr. Lindsay Gibson describes what it's like to grow up with emotionally immature parents. And this isn't about blame or judgment, it's about understanding our own experience with compassion. So, what does a passive parent actually look like? The passive parent often seems easygoing, sometimes warm, funny. They don't usually create conflict, but they don't protect the child from it either. They avoid tension and they step back when things get uncomfortable. And they allow stronger personalities to take over. And why does this matter? Because when things get hard, they don't step in. They stay quiet, and the child is left to cope alone. Over time, the child internalizes a painful belief: I can only rely on myself. And that belief often follows us into adulthood. As adults, this can show up in subtle but familiar ways. We may struggle to ask for help, we might minimize our needs or tell ourselves that we shouldn't need anyone anyway. We might even stay in relationships where no one really shows up because that emotional absence feels very familiar. If any of this resonates, you are not alone. Becoming aware of these patterns is often the first step toward creating relationships, including with ourselves, that feel safer, more responsive, and more supportive.